Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Rashawn, aka Looker. Another edition of Space Invaders TV. I'm a little behind, you know what I'm saying, on with this show right here. And the topics I want to speak about. We're gonna go into today, speaking about a few things. But before I go on, peace and blessings to everybody. Hope everybody's keeping their head above the water and staying sane and just trying to stay positive in these times and just perfecting, you know what I'm saying, their plan and strategizing everything, planning and strategizing for when this COVID situation and different states started opening all the way up, you know what I'm saying, you'll be all ready to jump right in and get your things going, whatever it be, if you're trying to open up a business or whatever plans basically got halted before the COVID, you know what I'm saying, because you could have been right in the middle, right in the mix, like getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, like bust that move, and then the COVID hit because it was other business ventures I was getting ready to jump into myself that bam, COVID hit, slowed me up. So man, peace and blessings to everybody, man, out there. And yeah, so the topics I want to get in today, man, is I want to talk about the 19 families that purchased 97 acres, a town in Georgia called Toomsboro, Georgia, which is in Wilkinson County in Georgia. And they call it Freedom Land. Big up to them when we talk about black excellence. That's what we talking about right there. That's black excellence, black families coming together and making something happen, man. You know, I say I'm behind on that topic right there. You know, I'm a little behind this week, but I'm not, because that's history and we got to continue to speak about that. And so shout out to the two women who are like at the forefront of that freedom land there, what they call it, Ashley Scott and Renee Walters. I believe, if not, shout out to both of their families for one, and all the other 17 families involved, and that merger, you know what I'm saying, that coming together, I should say, of purchasing that land like that, man. That is major right there. That excited me, and that motivated me, man, you know, reading that story. But shout out to Ashley Scott and Renee Walters and their families, and all the families involved in purchasing what they now call, purchasing the town of Toomsboro, which is 97 acres, and naming it Freedom Land. Shout out to all of them. Big ups to that, man. And when we talk about black excellence, man, again, that's what we talking about right there. You know what I'm saying? Just to run down a few things that they have on that property, man. Let's go through here. Let me get my thing together, y'all. They have a railroad depot already there in the town of Toomsboro, a syrup mill, a historic inn, a schoolhouse, an opera house, a cotton warehouse, a barber shop, and that's just to name a few. You know, then reading the story, the Renee Walters and Ashley Scott talked about how they had people hitting them up from all across the country, man, just ready to buy property there or bring their businesses there, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. So yo, man, big ups to them again. That's the new Black Wall Street of the 20th century. You know what I'm saying? But they said that they wanted to buy that property, buy that land. They wanted to do something where, in the mix, in the wake of all the injustice that's been going on, and the killings and slayings of our black people. They wanted to have a place, a safe haven for our people to come to and grow and trade with, do business with. You know what I'm saying? A place that that our people could call our own. And Freedom Land is what they chose that they want to name Toomsboro, the town that they brought. Man, that's just awesome, man. That was awesome. That just excited me, man. So those are the things that we talk about when you talk about being great, man. And man, that's I'm putting that on my list to go travel to and go check it out. You know, especially, you know, I'm gonna keep my eyes on it myself, man, and pay attention to, you know, the developments, man, so I can go down and go to a town and support the whole town, knowing that that town is owned by our people, our black people, and just go support. You know what I'm saying? They also, one more thing, Miss Walters and Miss Miss Walters and Miss Scott talked about is that they said they wanted to build I think they said a pond or something. If I'm wrong, anyone who's watching this that know the story, correct me. I think they said they wanted to have a pond so they could teach people how to fish, and then people also can learn how to live off the land. There's a lot of things that you know, little things that they talked about, man. But man, I'm excited for them, man, and that is motivation right there. That is really motivational right there. Big up to them for that move right there. And when we talk about black excellence, man, and we talk about people getting together, our people getting together and doing things, we always get that negative, like, oh, we can't work together. They made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So that says enough right there. You know, you just gotta have the right people around you that's ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? And ready to take them risks and chances. You know what I mean? And that's one heck of a risk to take right there, and a chance, you know, and the opportunity, you know, that, and then know that you're not doing it by yourself. And then the crazy thing that they bought that town for $1.7 million. Come on. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you got places that's a few hours away, like in Atlanta, and you know, but just inside of Atlanta, and then on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying? Even like Buckhead, that's still Atlanta, but you know, that's you. There's homes that's right in those places, man. That's $1 million. So they got a whole freaking town for 1.7 million. Come on, man. So man, that's awesome, man. Big ups to them. Moving on to the next story, man. I want to talk about these 57 people so far. The DOJ, Department of Justice, have charged in the wake of, you know, this this COVID fraud. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting that some people are getting that PPP money and don't have businesses and out here scamming the system. I don't understand what you think. Like, how you think you're going to get away with that? You know what I'm saying? Only thing I say before going into this story is that it's funny how they are cracking down and getting to the small people. But initially, at first, you know, the first wave of the PPP money came out. The big businesses went and took that money. And I spoke about this weeks ago, and the big business went and took that money. And even though you had businesses, you know how you had one main corporation, and then they had smaller entities under them, branches, you know, smaller, you know. So for instance, you had like one main restaurant, but then they got chains, but they under different names, so they get different, you know what I'm saying? Their tax purposes, they're separate. So you had those big corporations actually going in and getting that one big check, and then trying to claim that, oh no, we have X amount of employees at this said business here. We have less than 500 employees, blah, blah, blah. So they was getting that, but it's funny how we haven't heard, some of the businesses returned the money. I know back we heard about the Lakers getting that PPP loan money, and but they gave it back or what have you. Which I believe a lot of businesses that did give it back, they gave it back quite fast because that media attention, and then they knew, you know what I'm saying, they got put on blast and a shame. So if you go back and look, my past videos, I spoke about it. I ran down a list of companies that had, took that money, man, and kind of messed it up for a lot of us, man. So going into the story, you got 57 people now in connection with stealing from the PPP Paycheck Protection Program, 175 million. 175 million in total. Unknown, known name, NFL player, Josh Bellamy. He was picked up. He was picked up a couple weeks ago. And he played for the New York Jets, but I believe he actually started out, he started with the Kansas City Chiefs in 2012, Josh Bellamy. And he went to a few other teams, and then now he landed at he went through the Chicago Bears in he went through the Redskins in 2013, Chicago Bears in 2014, and now he's with the New York Jets. As of 2019, he got with the New York Jets. After this, they might let him go, you know what I'm saying? Especially as New York was being, was one of the worst hit places. And, so it's a lot of, and just the whole tri-state area. First of all, let's get that together. And let's always remember the New York Jets, they also play in New Jersey. So that's really the New Jersey Jets. The New Jersey Jets, that's what they really are. And let's not mistake it when we talk about that. I remember back in the day when the Jets when the Jets was sucking back in the early 90s and things of that nature. New York ain't want to claim them. You were oftentimes, if you're from the North, you watch those games, you would see the NJ, the New Jersey Jets sometimes. You would see that. You know what I'm saying, up there. So let's be clear, as well as the Giants, they play on Jersey property. They both play in East Rutherford at the Giants Stadium when the Giants playing there, or is the Jets Stadium when the Jets playing there, but it's in Jersey. So let's be clear about that. But moving on, man. I jumped off topic. So Josh Bellamy, he was part of a ring, and they was accused of stealing 1.2 million of the PPP loan money, man. And he's spending it like any other, like all the other idiots we might have heard of, just frivolously just doing crazy stuff. Like, he went to the casino and took out $63,000 before, then after, you know what I'm saying, he took out $302,000 after he left the casino, and then he was caught, apprehended, I should say, by the feds. There also was, they were actually planning to steal 24 million from what the feds say, you know what I mean? And however they got that, and there was another ring that was seeking to steal 7.6 million. But they named no names there. But see, him being an NFL player, got a name. They're gonna throw his name out there first. But in total, it was 57. It's 57 people that they have rounded up so far. With stealing, and there's more. They said that they gonna go. There's more people they going after. So I say that to say this, man. Man, if you don't have no business, man, don't. When you took that money, don't think you gonna just sit on that money and get away with it. From the time that they gave that PPP loan money out, you better believe they're gonna be tracking it. You know what I'm saying? And all the little people are going to pay. I'm telling you, from the corporations that got away, see, the one thing with them corporations, they can tuck and hide, and they know how to switch things around. They got lawyers and stuff that can play, because they do have a business, but they do have other umbrellas under it. So they can say that they use this for that. You know what I'm saying? And long as they can prove it. They have a corporation, they have other entities within that corporation, as long as they can prove it. But you being a single person going to apply for this loan money, this business loan money, you don't have a freaking business. They're gonna come after you. Just trust me. You know, everything was haywire. They were trying to get funds out there for various programs, for welfare, for food for people, trying to put a halt to the housing, rent and mortgages and everything like that. They were trying to do things, and they were trying to do it so fast. Everything wasn't so put together. They were trying to do everything. The federal government, local and the executive government were trying to put things into place so people wouldn't like kind of freak out. And as you can see, people were actually marching and protesting for the injustice of black people. Nobody was really wilding out and doing anything crazy because they didn't have food in their house, or because, you know what I'm saying, because they couldn't pay their rent or anything like that, or their mortgages or their car notes, even your lights, everything. They kind of, because they knew they had to do something, because they knew the people would go. They didn't want people to really start panicking. And you know what brings panic? People are going to start acting out. So when it came to that level during the pandemic, as you can see, people weren't protesting for, negligence or damages from the pandemic. You know what I mean? But man, if you out here taking that money, man, and you ain't got no business, it will come for you. And I'm telling you right now, and on the strength, and me being a business, having a small business myself, man, it's like, I couldn't even get nothing from my business because the money got dried up because of, so I missed both waves. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get anything from it. And I was being straight up on my paperwork, even though it was that's why all those people got it, because it was simple to go and get it. They didn't really ask you they didn't ask to see information. They didn't ask to see your EIN number. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask to see it. They just asked if you have it. If you didn't have it, you could have been using your social. So, it was just simple things on those applications that they were asking you that. So I don't understand how somebody, you don't think they were going to swing back around afterwards, after they get that money out, and when things calm down, you don't think they're going to start tapping back in like, hey, what's going on with that money? What you did with that money? And watching what you're doing with it, dummy. They you giving them a bank account to put it in. So now they can see what you're doing with that money. What is it being spent on? Don't be stupid, man. I'm telling you right now, I know you ain't gonna do it, but if you took that money, I'm trying to tell you, because they're gonna try to hit you. I'm telling you, they're gonna try to throw the book at a lot of people. As much time as they could give you and penalties as they could give you. If you got that money, the best thing, you better get that shit back. You better just go ahead and write a check and get it back. Or you know what I'm saying? You must just go on and get that money back. I'm telling you, because you know what I'm saying, the penalty may be, you may not get, you know what I'm saying, that harsh treatment. But I'm telling you, they're going to try to make an example out of anybody who got that money from the government. So, and to those who did get the PPP and it helped them out, man, and I hope it did help your business and help you able to sustain, you know what I'm saying, through these months and pay your employees or pay for more employees, you know what I'm saying, and I hope your businesses are coming back around. You seeing a little crack in a day, You know what I'm saying? You seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel somehow. Um, uh, peace to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And to those who had a small business, and some people had to let them go, man, because of these times. Hey, man, my heart go out to you, and I hope that somewhere down the line you could bounce back in business and create something else. If not, open back up with what you lost, for real. And moving on, man, I want to talk about the final thing I want to talk about is the pandering with this voting situation. Man, not, watch out for the for these mail-in voting forms and stuff, man. Watch out for that, man. These the absentee votes. You know what I'm saying? The applications, man. Watch out for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different stories going on. People are trashing, throwing them in the trash. Like, people are getting your voter form back and trashing them, changing what you may have put in. If you're a Democrat, they put in Republican, and vice versa. Like, it's so many different stories that's going around you wouldn't believe. As we can already see what Homeboy tried to do with, just really try to take the voting hostage with the whole mail, the postal service, the whole situation with that. So, man, I mean, it's just so much stuff, man. So make sure, man, that you're paying attention to that. And I also want to piggyback off of what O'Shea Jackson has been speaking about for some months now. O'Shea Jackson, a.k.a. Ice Cube, big up to him. And he made a statement a week ago, and he was like, man, if somebody comes up to you and they telling you to vote, we got to vote. We got to vote to get Homeboy out of there. He like, and I agree with it. Get away from them, man, because we not voting just to get Homeboy out of there. You have to vote and want to receive something back from that vote. And if people also telling you, oh, our ancestors died for us to vote, for our rights to vote. They died for a lot of reasons, but they did not die for us to vote. You know what I'm saying? They didn't walk out the house knowing that they were gonna die for us to vote. You know what I'm saying? They died for fighting for equality and justice. They did not die for us to vote. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the premise of the whole thing. So don't let that, anybody telling you anything like that, man, get away from them, because that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, we gotta vote with a purpose. And the other thing is, man, like, we gotta look at the legislation. You know what I'm saying? We gotta vote for that, man. Senators, we gotta vote for. We gotta get to them, and because they are the ones who make the rules. They are the ones who come with the laws and present them to the president or whatever. And if we not put no pressure on legislators, you know what I'm saying, then they're sitting in there getting a free ride as well. They sitting there getting a free ride, and they just getting back into their office every time. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep an eye on that too, and we have to go vote and keep our eye on legislators too. You know what I'm saying? Senators and all of that stuff. We have to, when we see situations, and I've learned that over the years, and I'm learning that, you know what I'm saying? So when you have an issue, and is a big issue, and you know that issue is something that's affecting the people, you need to holler at them senators. You know what I'm saying? You gotta holler at them to get things on the books, and for them to push it. You know what I'm saying? And bring it to the floor. You know what I mean? At the house. So, you can see some change. Because we all got to understand, too, the president ain't nothing but a puppet, man. That's all. He's the puppet. And that's all that is, and that's all it ever was. But we still can't have nobody in there as well just degrading people and just saying whatever they want to say and being disrespectful. So point blank period, even on the Democratic side, they just can't sit back and be pandering and thinking, oh, just because this guy's saying whatever he want to say and people are tired of that we're gonna automatically, or the people gonna automatically vote for them. No, you got to be saying something. You got to say something every day. The Dems should be on the TV with a plan, plot, plan, strategize, plot, plan, strategize. They need to be up there with a plan, letting us know what it is. It's not all about, oh, look at here, I have a black vice president, black woman, she's a vice president. No, because at the end of the day, you don't even see the vice president, man. Whenever there's the president addresses the nation, you rarely see the vice president. So let's just stop right there. Let's also remember that if we're gonna go there, the vice president. If we're gonna go there, let's also remember this, right? That homegirl was like she was in running for the president. She dropped out. She didn't gain the votes. She dropped out. So let's just stop trying to act like, you know what I'm saying, like this is gonna be such a big, okay, as a black woman for vice president. That's awesome. But we just can't be going for the looks, man. It's a lot more than just for the looks and what it looked like. We gotta have some plot, plan, and strategize. At the end of the day, we had Obama, man, as a president. And things still weren't what it could be. You know what I'm saying? So and that's just keeping it real, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm just keeping it real. And on local government, we gotta stay on the local government, in our cities, in our states. We gotta make sure we stand on them as well. We gotta make sure we paying attention. And I feel like locally, and especially locally in your cities and our cities, I feel like the mayors, the mayors and everything, and council members, and the deputies, and all of this stuff, and the commission, we need to be able to know who these people are. They should be running as the same way that people run for executive office. On those lower levels, we should know about these people. We should not just know who their names are, because a lot of these people, you don't even be knowing them. You just heard their name for years, and then you thinking, okay, well, I've seen that name. I've been a victim of that. You've seen their name for years, so you just go vote for them again, but they're not really doing crap. So we all have to, you know what I'm saying, pay more attention to our local government plan, because that really affects us too. When we think about the president, that's big government. That's the overall. You know what I'm saying? But the legislators, senators, those who we have to get at, that's who we have to address our situations with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just where it lies. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. But yo, man, it's your boy Rashawn Looker, aka Space Invaders. This is where we at. Make sure y'all hit the page, subscribe. When you see the notifications, man, you know what I'm saying, bell, hit that, man. So that way, every time I post something, you'll get it and stay up to speed with what's going on. I got another great topic I'm going to touch on, man, and it's going to be something that's going to kind of hit home with a lot of us. But it needs to be talked about. It's not often talked about. So, y'all stay tuned with that. I'll be putting that one out next Thursday. Next Thursday will be, what would that be? The 24th. September the 24th, if I stand correct. Yeah, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, September the 24th, 2020. I'll be putting that video out. The next one, man, is a serious topic. It's speaking on family. I'm gonna just say that it's speaking about family, man, and it's a sensitive, touchy topic, man. That is something that need to be spoken about, and I'm gonna speak about it, man, because a lot of platforms here we see like a lot of people don't, a lot of people talking about, some people talking about the same type of thing, man. But I try to talk about certain things that I know that we talk about sitting on the stoop with our friends, or sitting on your porch, or in the barbershop, or on the bus, or in the break room at work, or just the everyday conversation from us that we don't understand, and we trying to bounce the understanding and knowledge that we may have. We trying to bounce it off of each other. So I'm just trying to bring those type of conversations to my own platform. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about if I got 1 million followers or none of that. If I just gain 1 or 5 or 10, that's good for me. Because guess what? I know those 10 probably tell 10 more. And hey, and if those 10 more watch it, I'm fine. And if they move it on and tell 10 more, that's fine. But I'm good with 5. If I only got 5 people watching, I'm good with it. If I got the attention and I'm saying something that someone can relate to. So, yo, man, peace and blessings to all. I hope y'all keep your head up in these times. And, hey, man, stay strong. Peace and blessings. This is Space Invader TV. I'm out.